What is going on, everybody? Crypto Clay here, tapping in with you. I hope everyone's having a good day. We got the Zinfin XDC represent TradeFi sleeper coin, man. Sleeper coin, I'm telling you. Look at the market volume, man. We saw a good crater at not too long ago, over February 12th. Yeah, volume's not looking too good. I think we're gonna get some bad news. It looks like, I don't know. It looks like the market's preparing for some bad news. We got a little bit of a bloodbath going on this Monday. We got Bitcoin at 21,667. We got Ethereum at $1,492. We got XRP at 37 cents right now. Yeah, one of our gems, Stellar Lumen, another gem, HBAR, 8 cents. Both of them hovering around 8 cents. The XLM and HBAR seem to be doing this tango, doing the little tango. You know, we got Algorand at a steal, 23 cents. We got Quant dollar, or dollar, I wish, $129. ICP, $5.32. Man, is it going to be Valentine's Day bloodbath, Valentine's Day massacre? It kind of is looking like that. I think we're supposed to get some news from the Fed beginning of this week, so maybe people are anticipating some negative news here, but you know how I roll. I'm in this game long term, so I'm buying dips. I think we're gonna dip further, honestly. A lot of people said if we fell below where we just fell below in Bitcoin, that we're gonna see a retest of 1900, maybe lower, or not, sorry, 19,000. If 1900, I'd be picking it up. Yeah, that's right. I haven't bought Bitcoin in a long time, though. I do hold a little bit, but you know, I'm heavier in the altcoins. But I think it's wise to have a little bit of the king, king Bitcoin. But how long will it be king? I don't know, guys. As Ethereum becomes deflationary, the flippening is on. You know, you got banks, the banks that are part of these countries like Russia, starting to use Ethereum and wanting to be interoperable with Ethereum's virtual machine and DeFi and whatnot. But so I think the flipping is on the board for Ethereum to flip Bitcoin sooner than later. But I'm just speculating here. Anyway, HBAR, on my last video, I posted on Twitter that I could see HBAR doing a rejection, and look exactly what it did. It did reject, guys. It rejected at the top of that red box, at the top of the 0.236, right where I pulled that fib from the low here in December 22, because I think we're in a smaller fib structure. Whoops, I just moved it. Let's remove that. Let's repull it, because I'm an idiot. Okay, as you can see here, we tested the top of the red box. We have broken down back through it into the yellow box, into the 0.382, right? And I was talking about up here. So what are we on here? We're on the 4-hour chart. Let's get into the day chart here. Okay, let's get into the day chart. Spread this bad boy out. Okay, saw the rejection. In my opinion, we're gonna dip back down to 7 cents. Potentially back to 6 cents, 0.066, and another point I'm looking at is 0.05, 0.059, right? Just going back into the green box, resetting and going back up again, as the market starts to look better overall. Obviously Bitcoin's pulling back, but I posted on my Twitter how extended the RSI was. You can still see on the week chart, we're still pretty extended on the RSI, but we're getting a rejection. That yellow median line's coming back up. So like I said, targets for my DCA are the bottoms of these boxes, 7 cents, 6 cents, 5 cents. Okay, those are the ranges, unless we get something disgusting goes down in the market, which is always possible. Okay, we had a lot of craziness going on. I mean, the market was pulling back, but HBAR was still raging. Okay, it's still raging. There's a lot of good sentiment around HBAR. Obviously, I'm bullish on HBAR long term. Let's take a look at XRP. I'm no TA guru here. Anybody can do this stuff. Okay, I'm just some guy on the internet. I just pulled the fib, which maybe is stupid to pull it from the bottom of this candle. I don't know, but I pulled it all the way to the top of the green, and look, XRP just broke down through the bottom of the 0.5. Okay. And yeah, I think we're going to see further down action, you know, to like 35 cents. If we get a real breakdown, you know, we're looking at 32 cents. And this is all normal market cycle things going on. Obviously, it's not going to be good if we get bad news out of the Fed for everything. But let's check out XLM here. Same thing. Hit the top of the box, red box, broke back down. We're back into our area where the fractal likes to return to, which is these boxes, the green, the darker greenish blue to the blue, right? And so other points that I could see us dipping to would be the 8 cents on XLM, you know, and maybe even the upper 7 cents on XLM. Like I keep saying, I'm bullish long term, okay? So none of this really matters to me. I'm always DCAing in, but I do like to get in at bottoms if I can. Why not? Why not? If you're out shooting, might as well aim for a bullseye, you know? If you don't get the bullseye, it doesn't hurt me. It's all good. Okay? Not a big deal. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with staking in the United States. I wish we could get some kind of freaking clarity from any of these regulatory bodies. Like, okay, if you own your keys and you're staking decentralized, there's no middleman taking fees from you and not being upfront about what they're doing with your money. I'm kind of for that. You know, if they're really pushing us to have our keys be more decentralized, then that's okay. But there's no clarity, so you can't really say what the hell they're freaking doing out here. You know, here we go. You know, they went after Kraken, and now Coinbase concerned that the SEC wants to shut down all crypto staking. Not cool. Coinbase Global has no plans to shut down a product with striking similarities to one that just cost a rival tens of millions of dollars, actually 30 million, in fines from the Securities and Exchange Commission. But company executives are concerned that if the SEC had its druthers, it would get rid of a so-called crypto staking in the United States, says Coinbase Chief Legal Officer Paul Grewal. On Thursday, the SEC announced a settlement with crypto trading platform Kraken regarding a product it offered that helped investors lock up or stake their crypto on various blockchain protocols in exchange for yield. The SEC said Kraken's offering amounted to the sale of unregistered securities. Without admitting or denying the charges, Kraken agreed to pay $30 million in disgorgement and other penalties to stop offering staking to U.S. investors, which is just sad. Like, Kraken's been around a long time. They're just trying to provide a service, and they got their hands slapped by the SEC. I want to see these exchanges band together for some kind of like mass lawsuit against the SEC. Like, when is the CFTC going to step in? When are other regulators going to step in and stop letting the SEC just run rampant in the crypto market? It's probably all intentional. It's probably all just a show, and they're just trying to like herd the sheep to the proper gates, and then they're the ones who are in control of the gates, right? That's kind of what I see going on. If anybody needs any help figuring out how to stake in a decentralized way using decentralized wallets, using like blockchain scanners and hardware wallets to verify your transactions, and doing it in a decentralized way. I mean, we really shouldn't be keeping a lot of money on exchanges anyway. It's like, haven't we learned our lessons time and time again? Not your keys, not your crypto, right? It's like, wake up, people, wake up. At this point, I don't really feel bad for you if you lost money on an exchange. You knew the risk, especially when there's so many decentralized viable avenues now. That's all I have to say about that. To each their own, but you're taking a risk with these exchanges. Okay, my fear is they're going to shut down all our off ramps. You know, like when crypto moons, no one's going to be able to get out if they've shut down all these gateways, if they limited how much we can cash out. So be devising ways to get your money out of crypto if United States gateways are limited or shut down. Okay, there are other ways to do it. You can buy crypto, or you can buy gold with crypto and have it stored in a Swiss bank. You could fly there and cash it out. I don't know. You know, maybe some of you have dual citizenships. You know, maybe you can convert to a stable coin, then get a dual citizenship somewhere, and then cash out that way. Okay, there's going to be ways. We will figure it out. I remember in the early days of Xbox, if you jiggled the Ethernet cable your character online would fade in and out, and you could essentially dodge bullets, at least enough to get the edge on your opponent in the middle of it, right? In the middle of the battle. My point is we will figure out a way to do this, and they cannot stop us. They cannot stop crypto. They can limit it, they can stifle it, they can slow it down, but they cannot stop crypto because it is a necessity of the future. Okay, they will mold it into something that works for the current establishment, but it's not going away. Okay, it's not going away. And this brings me to the other point of why it's not going away. CBDCs are being developed on an extreme level. Okay, now I've shown this before on my channel. All these countries here in Africa are new, and they've begun research on CBDCs. Okay, anything that's green is in pilot. Anything that's pink has already been launched. Okay, underlying technology, DLT. Man, so they're really pushing it. We're getting less and less inactive. We only have 2 countries that have canceled. You know, US is in development, Russia's in pilot, China's in pilot, you know, Canada's in development, Australia's in pilot. Things are waking up around the world as far as CBDCs, okay? And we've known that's true, and this map just keeps getting more and more pink and green. Essentially, you know what I mean? Yeah. So one thing that I thought that people need to pay attention to is Jed McCaleb, his connection to OpenAI and everything that's been going on, okay? McCaleb was announced as a new donor to the artificial intelligence group OpenAI, and we know Jed McCaleb helped start Ripple. He created Mt. Gox, and now he's Stellar, okay? So he's like a serial technologist, okay? But we never really hear much about him, okay? Super weird that so all these not all these CBDCs, but quite a few CBDCs are being built on top of XLM and being trialed. And don't sleep on XLM, guys, because Jed McCaleb has deep ties to Elon Musk, to all these companies. Look, McCaleb is also known for creating Mt. Gox, peer-to-peer eDonkey, the Overnet networks, as well as eDonkey 2000. McCaleb's Ripple token ownership was worth 20 billion, which they should call it XRP, which would put him in 4th place in Forbes. That was in 2018, but we know he's since unloaded a bunch of XRP. My point is, don't sleep on XLM. I don't want you guys to miss it. That's all I have to say about that, is deep connections into the world, okay? Now, going back to this map, okay, we got up here. Where do I see it? Project Icebreaker up here in Norway, okay? Project Icebreaker. Okay, that's what they've been working on. Now, Project Icebreaker is central banks of Israel, Norway, Sweden team up with the BIS to explore retail CBDCs for international payments. Now, we've been talking about XRP and XLM being a part of international cross-border payments for a long time. So cross-border payments continue to be plagued by high cost, low speed, limited access, and insufficient transparency, blah, blah, blah. So there was a report in July, guys, in July, okay, old. It's been a while, okay? And so we're going to check out this report from July, okay? And it's options for access to and interoperability of CBDs for cross-border payments. And why do I care about cross-border payments? Because that's the language we've been hearing for years and years on end about XRP and XLM being part of the cross-border payment infrastructure. Okay, you can see here, we got the BIS, we got the Innovation Hub, we got the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank Group. Now, they don't mention XRP or XLM in here, but they use those same languages. You know, cross-border payments, DLT, instant settlement, all in here, right? They don't want to flash certain projects, right? But I wanted to show you this, the timeline of cross-border CBDC projects and circulating CBDCs, right? Look at all these different projects. Look how far back they go, all the way back to Q4 2018. We got Project Jasper, Project Aber, Prosperous, MAS, Helvetia Phase 2, Enbridge, HSBC, Jura, Dunbar Phase 1, E-CNY1. These are all CBDC projects. The Sand Dollar, we've heard of that. That was the first one launched. Dcash, E-Nara, or NARA, right? So we can see all these different CBDC projects going on. And my overall point of this is to hold the underlying asset. Now we can only speculate based on language. Like down here, look, Project Jasper. The cross-border between Canada and Singapore cross-currency CAD and SGD payment use case was implemented by building and linking two DLT platform networks using R3 Corda, which we know is tied to Ripple XRP, for Canada's consensus quorum for Singapore, right? All the languages we've been talking about, okay? They're going to talk about get your CBDCs. It's going to be good. It's going to be more liquid, right? But the truth is different than that. The truth is going to be you want to hold these underlying assets, because it's going to be a matter of time before everybody realizes that CBDCs are crap and that it's even worse than fiat. It's programmable fiat, so they have even more control. You and I know that real decentralized applications are the ones that are going to give us financial sovereignty, not CBDCs. So we need to pay attention to which technologies they're building CBDCs on top of, because it's my understanding that CBDCs will just be a transition period to, a one world basket of currencies, which, we can speculate on what those are, right? And we have been for years. And just doing a search, top projects running a CBDC, Ripple Stellar. Stellar joins Ripple in making a case for CBDCs on its blockchain, 2021. Could the EU use Stellar Lumens to issue CBDC, 2021? Ripple wants in on central bank digital currencies, 2021. Ripple continues to push for CBDC development. Ripple to pilot Bhutan CBDC using private ledger. Ripple Stellar and Cello, another sleeper, guys, which I have not picked up yet. I've done a couple trades with Cello, but don't sleep on it. The people from Cello have been at Davos, okay? It's one in, if we get another major pullback, I'm looking at Cello, I'm looking at the new Alliance block token that will be dropped, and I'm looking at Cosmos, because those are some projects I have not got in on yet, okay? I have not got positions in. I do feel like I'm spreading too thin. My main holdings are about 15 different cryptos, and so far that's worked because I took the turmoil in this bear market well. I'm still sitting in profit overall since 2017, okay? I feel like my portfolio took these punches really hard, and I'm still going to stick to my method of trying not to miss out on at least a couple of these horses that are in the race, okay? And I do believe, look at Ukraine government partners with Stellar XLM for CBDC project 2021. Looks like they did a XTZ pilot as well. I'm not going to get into that, but it's just my point is that they are using XRP, XLM to build CBDCs on. Don't hoard the CBDCs. Use them because they're going to be liquid. You're going to be paid in CBDCs most likely in the future, but you want to store the underlying value maker, which is these distributed networks, XRP, XLM. Okay. Now, dude, you know how I get at the end. Okay, I thought it was interesting. I got to put the hat on. I need to make a new one. It's falling apart. I got to put the tinfoil hat on, okay, for this. Isn't it weird? The last week or two, the U.S. has been shooting out objects out of the sky. Several of them. It's a mystery what they are. At least they're not talking about it, right? And then what happens at the Super Bowl? The arrow shoots the eagle out of the sky. All right, I know I'm going out on a limb here, okay? I know I'm far-reaching with that speculation. It's just weird, you know what I mean? Shout out to Waters Above Crypto. He did some market analyzing, some gematria on how the Super Bowl was going to turn out, and he said himself he was leaning towards the Chiefs, and look at that, the Chiefs won. I didn't really even watch the Super Bowl. I watched the end. I don't really care. Look at this though, from Reuters. U.S. shoots down mysterious object over Canadian border. U.S. military fighter jets on Sunday shot down an octagonal object over Lake Huron, the Pentagon said. The latest incident since a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon put North American security forces on high alert. It was the fourth flying object to be shot down over North America by U.S. missiles in little more than a week. China's foreign ministry said it had no information on the latest three flying objects shot down by the United States. Super weird, right? Super weird. Look at we're calling them objects, not balloons, for a reason. Van Herrick, head of North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, and Northern Command said. He said Van Herrick said he would not rule out aliens or any other explanation. I'll let the intel community and counterintelligence community figure that out. Okay? Whoa! But another defense official speaking on condition of anonymity, it's kind of weird, subsequently said the military had not seen any evidence that the objects were extraterrestrial. Dude, guys, it's 2023 and there's still people out there who don't think aliens are real. Now, we can argue, have aliens visited the Earth, right? We could argue that. I don't know. I've never shook hands with an alien, but understanding how vast outer space is, in our solar system, in our galaxy, how could we be alone, right? We can argue whether they visited here right now or in the past. Sure. I personally don't have any tangible evidence to tell you that I've hugged an alien, okay? Or anything like that. Would I hug an alien? Sure, absolutely. If he was friendly, why not? You know what I mean? What we do know about the unidentified object shot over Alaska, right? A different, one of the few objects we've been talking about here. U.S. military pilots sent up to examine the object gave conflicting accounts of what they saw, which is part of the reason why the Pentagon has been cautious in describing what the object actually is, according to a source briefed on the intelligence. The incident marked the second time that U.S. jets had taken down an object in less than a week following the balloon, blah, blah, blah. See right here, this is what I thought was interesting. But the pilots later gave differing reports on what they observed. The source briefed on the intelligence said some pilots said the objects interfered with their sensors. Whoa, see, now we're getting on a weird level here on the planes, but not all pilots reported experiencing that. Some pilots also claimed to have seen no identifiable propulsion on the object and could not explain how it was staying in the air, despite the object cruising at an altitude of 40,000 feet. Whoa. That's some weird stuff. Now, do I think it's aliens off the bat? No, I don't think it's aliens right off the bat. All the major countries have been developing different technologies for a long time, okay? And we're in a heated situation where all the superpowers in the world are raising their swords, saber rattling. These are my weapons. You know, so why wouldn't they saber rattle their most advanced technologies and be like, we got stuff that flies, and you don't even know how it flies. You know what I mean? I don't actually think it's aliens. Do I hope it's aliens? Kinda. I'd rather it be aliens than the precursor to World War III, you know, where we have like hover ships shooting lasers at each other and it's all human. Like, that's scarier to me. Nuclear war is scarier to me than aliens, okay? Definitely. Why am I bringing up aliens with crypto? Because just like I said, I don't think it's aliens. I think it's advanced human technology that has yet to be made public. And just like crypto is new age technology that's slowly engulfing every sector of the world, I believe there are other technologies that humans have developed that will also envelop much of the world in industry, travel, energy, you name it, how we communicate. I think we're on the precipice of a new age, the space age, you know, which is how it should be. Why shouldn't we be, you know, hanging out with cool aliens, you know, sniffing the purple powder from Blargon 6 and chilling, you know? They come down here, we sip the whiskey, It's great. You know, we don't have to fight. You teach us the mysteries of the universe, and we'll teach you how to party. We'll teach you how to Dougie. You know, I think it's a fair trade. Anyway, this is Crypto Clay tapping out. I hope you all have a good rest of your week. Like